Good morning, everyone. Whew. Ask Andy. Well, I have answers to some questions, but not all the questions. Some of the questions are pretty simple. We've had several rope bowl classes this year, and we've been running out of rope, which is quite annoying and upsetting to those of us who find one that we like. That's maybe our favorite, but our sources keep drying up. So, well, good morning, Ruth, Sandy, Anne with an E, the other lucky Anne. So it's always good to see you. Yeah. So anyway, I have a couple questions there that I can answer. So I kept looking, and I found us another style of rope. It's a great price. It will be under $20 a hank, 100 feet, which is basically the length of the one that we've had from Gypsy Quilter, and lots of you know Gypsy Quilter from their handles and their other sewing notions like the Gypsy Sit-A-Pon for those of us who sit too long and maybe get a little sciatic pinch. They had a lovely cushion. So, and this one is a little firmer than the other one we currently have. And so for those of you who had preferred the firmer rope, this will be lovely for you. Those will be available for purchase, if not late today, for sure by Monday. Good things happen on Monday. Then I saved this little sweetie pie. The other question is, what if I don't like the back? What if I don't like what's going on here? And this one had kind of a big thread snarl, and if I was confident trimming it off wouldn't loosen the stitches, I would just shave it off. But I'm not confident that we won't lose design off the front. So what I've done is I found myself a lovely piece of felt, really matches the color of that thread quite nicely. Simply going to measure this circle here, and then I'm going to cut a circle out of this felt. I'm going to hot glue it in place. Super simple. You could hand stitch it in place, or you could even machine stitch. This bowl's not too deep, but honestly, hot glue is going to be enough. At the end of the day, this is a decorative element that may need washing, but we would be able to hand wash it. It's not something we're going to toss in the dishwasher, certainly. But isn't that adorable? Turned out cute as all get out. It's a nice size to toss a set of keys in, or your earrings and jewelry at the end of the day. But I had fun making that one. But sometimes things happen. Do we want to start again? No. Didn't see that until after it was all stitched out, and it could have been quite a trial backing up in the embroidery to restitch it. So I'm gonna cover that right on up so no one in the world can see it. So that's how you fix something like that on a rope bowl. And I'm going to show you a few new things today as well. I'm kind of excited about that. And I have a super duper surprise and answer to a question that I'm really stoked about. We've been talking about it off and on for maybe a month or so, and much more intensely in the last week or so. Anyway, we've got some new kits. This is Unicorn Meadow. The quilt is 51 by 64. Gorgeous, beautiful print there. Look at that. doesn't want that in the quilt? The finished quilt there. So Dawn's just whipping up some new kits for us down there. So that one's Unicorn Meadow. And I expect that's the pattern there. Then we have another one using the Unicorn Meadow fabrics, but we've used a pattern called the Baby Goose. Super simple, super sweet. Make a great shower gift. You could if you have any baby showers in your future. Then she didn't even get to package this one. Look at that. The Iris quilt kit. The fabrics are stunning, very painterly, and got that prepped and ready to go. And then this one is called the Ballet Bunny quilt kit. And we're using a sweet little pattern called the Twisted Panel. But let me show you the fabrics. It's the cutest little ballet bunny. Give you a close up there. Look at those little ballerinas. They're adorable. So if you have anyone who loves a little pink and aqua. So one of the other big questions that I get asked about is currently anyway, about new classes. And we have a few classes coming up. We'll have, of course, more new owners classes for those of you who've purchased your machines from us. They, of course, are at no charge. If you need Bernina help or brother help and you happen to have purchased your machine elsewhere, no fear, you're welcome in our class. There, of course, is a fee for that, but we've got your back. And then, of course, most of you are aware we have this lovely YouTube channel, and if you are scrolling around our YouTube page, we have 1,000 videos now. I don't know if this makes us 1,001 or 1,002 or 1,004, but we're over the 1,000 mark, so bravo to my team. I really appreciate all that work and effort. I do have a Tuffet class coming up July 8th and 15th, so there's a week in between for homework. So if anyone wants to try more advanced Tuffet with applique or extra stitching, anything like that, there's time to do that in between. When they are sort of back to back, Monday, Tuesday, or Tuesday, Thursday, there's barely time to get your homework complete, but with a week in between, you'll be able to get an advanced Tuffet coordinated and finished. So take a look around the store, see our advanced Tuffet options. Maybe we'll share some with you on the lives over the next few days. Then the next big question that we're getting a lot of messages or emails about or phone calls about is the launch of the new Bernina 990. Well, Bernina's been leaking little hints along the way. The luggage, pictures of the luggage that come with the initial purchase. That photo has been dropped. What we know for sure, of course, it's a Bernina. And it's big, like big. Those pictures have dropped. And the launch is coming up shortly. Michael and I will be catching that live with many of you. And we'll be posting that information the second it drops. Every little detail. But the things I can tell you for sure. There's a very large campaign going on in the United States, which has no real bearing on what we are doing in Canada. Sorry. However, I have my own version of that. If you must be considered in the first delivery, and I'm telling you what I know is the first delivery might be a little smaller than the need. That's my personal feeling. So those of you who've been our customers forever know that we always have your back here. So not to fear. There's fear mongering about, oh, don't buy the first one. Don't buy the first one. We will work through anything that arises in the first run. And I don't believe that we're going to suffer too many questions about the use and those things. And of course, I'm heading for training. Michael's heading for training. We'll have you all sussed out for when we get home. But we are doing a launch here in the store. And there are 100 in all of Canada of the beautiful magic box that is being distributed in the United States with the people who are putting down deposits for the initial shipments. We're going to have a few of those, but they are not assigned to us. They're assigned to customers. I've already had the pleasure of assigning two of that 100 magic box to some of our fabulous customers. And if you would like to be one of those customers, we're asking for a deposit of $990 exclusive of tax. So $990 would be your initial deposit to get your name on the list of 100 for the magic box. This also will get you the free luggage, and it's quite spiffy. And we're going to have a VIP club for our 990 members. And there'll be a few other bits and bobs that we'll be able to release to you information-wise. But just know that if you are interested in a 990, that deposit of 990 is fully refundable. If the machine arrives and you take a look at it and you go, oh, actually, I don't think it's for me. I also note that the first live peak will be at Quilt Canada. My sewing room won't be at Quilt Canada, but Brunina Canada will be there. And I absolutely think if you had plans on going there, you get in that booth and have a look. We'll still accept your $990 deposit after that. And that gets you the opening bonus gifts and packages and VIP club here with me. So I think that's worth the deposit. But if you don't think it's for you at the end of the day, it's okay. No harm, no foul. Fully refundable. Okay, so let's move on to what other classes do we have going on? Well, we will have a launch party for the 990, but it's not really a class, of course, but we will spill our guts there about everything we know about the 990. I am super excited about what I'm going to show you here, and I think you might be too. There's a little hint over my shoulder here. You see those beautiful boxes? I have a couple of them here for close-up. So, ta-da! These are gorgeous. Wonderfil has launched, I'm just going to put that over there for the glare, this beautiful box of thread, and it's part of a larger kit. Ooh, that's a hint. That's a hint. This is a beautiful box of variegated, and black is a very hard thing to make in a variegated, but they've done it. This is what I'm calling bird black or magpie black. I'm sure it has a different name, but it has all of those lights and darks and shimmers of green and blue, and looks a little bit like the slick black bird feathers we see around. And then it has the most amazing neutral. Because beige is boring until it's not, and this one is beautiful. Then there's a mostly blue, kind of a yellow, and an orange, and a brown, green, kind of a really lovely green, blue, creamy aqua. It's gorgeous. But I think if I can't have black, which is my favorite color, as some of you know, this one is stunning. It's lavenders and peaches, and it's just gorgeous. So they all come in a lovely little tin, as does this set, which kind of has a dark charcoal, not a black, green, beautiful kind of salmon color, coral, a blue, a nice taupe and a brown, and a kind of a, I don't know, I might call that teal and yellow. Colors, of course, are subjective. You might be seeing different things. So that's the second part of the Groovy kit. I'll put that lid on. The lid is, the box in itself is just gorgeous. Like all the way around. Look at this. Is that just not the prettiest? I'm quite entranced by that box. Then the third box is this lovely variegated, or not variegated, but varied assortment of Alana. And they're calling it mango, creamed butter, parchment latte, electric lime, turquoise, larkspur blue, raspberry, saddle bark and black. Saddle bark and black. Isn't that pretty? So that's part of it. So what does that all mean for you? Well, Wonderfil has launched a really adorable block of the month. And we're going to teach this in store. And the start date, well, that depends on you guys. For me, start date will be once we have our first 10 registrants, or a date to be announced early next week. So this block here is sweetly and lovingly hand stitched. And now I know some of you went, oh, I'm out. No hand stitching for me. Okay, so here is the bonus. Let's see if I can get that. The bonus. Okay, you know how much I love my machines and that I can make magic with the machine. Well, I love handwork, I truly do, but I also know how to make my machine sing and give you this in a more automated manner. So if you are I'm not a hand person, I'm out, then don't worry. We're going to teach you this by machine and by hand. And I have a fabulous partner joining me. Thank you to Wonderfil and their fabulous partnership with us over the years. Some of you might remember Bernadette Kent and her beautiful store, Traditional Pastimes. Bernadette is now retired from the store, of course. Those of you who are local and from the area know that she retired and closed her store a few years ago, but she didn't vanish. Her and I have been friends for years, and we're going to co-teach this class. We're going to teach you machine work and handwork, and then you can use whichever suits you and your block. I think it's going to be a blast. We, of course, will teach it virtually, as we always do. We're going to record it, so if the day and time doesn't work for you, you still get full benefit of the recorded class and all those steps and access to our education team for support. And there's options. You can buy the pre-cut kits, which, oh my gosh, I love this. And so this block is finished, of course. But let me show you what the kits look like and why you might want to purchase. It's beautifully packaged. So we have the sweet little bird that I just showed you with a glorious close-up picture, which you can see very closely matches the stitches here using the variegated thread. I mean, this bird I believe might be this photo because the stitches are identically aligned with the color here, and that would be difficult to do. So this is the original on loan from Wonderful. Thank you, Wonderful. We appreciate it. Now take a look at this kit. I'm going to open it. Here's all your instructions, the suggested colors for thread, all the pre-cut pieces, beautiful hand stitching diagram, the stitches used, which we will teach you, and all the threads that are being used are listed in the back. And this one, of course, is a sweet little canary, but look how lovely that is. I am super impressed with how this is coming to you. And I think it's going to be a fabulous addition to the store and your summer stitching. So if you want to do half of it by machine and half of it by hand so that you can take it, you know, out to the mountains or camping with you, so you can sit around your campfire and enjoy nature and a little hand stitching, we've got you covered. Next little kit, Robin. Yeah, little red-headed Robin. Isn't he cute? And of course the stitches. It's a little tight to see the detail out here. And the hummingbird. Isn't that beautiful? I love the detail here in the wing. And then he's got himself a little flower there. So these are the first 3 released. They're available pattern-wise now to people following Wonderful. But thank you, Wonderful. You get an exclusive peek. The next 3, gorgeous toucan. Try to avoid the glare there. The cockatoo, isn't he cute as a button? This sweet parrot with all sorts of little details, maybe not much appreciated on the screen, but lovely, just lovely. And then these are the kits coming up. You don't need to, you can see the pictures online, but they're just a graphic. But these are pre-release kits that I got to sneak a little picture for you. Blue jay, of course. Isn't that adorable? So, Wonderful is going to have all of this ready for us, launching in different sections. You can use the thread kits I showed you, but you don't have to. You can use the pre-cut kits, but you don't have to. I hope that you will, because they've done an amazing job with them. I think these are my other kits. So pretty. Whoops, let me get it in the middle. There's that little bird again. So, we have our kits. I have my teaching kit. I'm getting prepped to film for you. Now, so the little secret I told you, there's enough room in this tin to store your block, the one you're working on. So, you'll get it all set up and ready to go. I need the picture just to get it right here. Get our little canary all set up. And then we're going to give you options for stitching out. Playtime there. There we go. Maybe a little more upright. terrific. So there. So this, of course, is wool applique. So you'll learn quite a bit about wool applique, decorative stitching, by hand and machine. So basically you're getting a 2-for-1 class, and you'll make decisions as you go along which stitches you want to do by machine or by hand, all by machine, all by hand, whatever. Anyway, I am really excited about this and bringing it to my sewing room. So the complete thread kit is all 3 boxes. There are 12 blocks to complete the quilt. So there'll be a minimum of 12 lessons. We may have a prep lesson, which I think would serve us all well, just getting us all set up and ready to go. Then I think we would benefit from a wrapping it up, getting it all together lesson. So all of those things are coming up this summer. And if you're happy at home in your sewing room by machine, you can do this. If you're happy sitting on your porch stitching, you could take it outside. If you have to humor your kids or your grandkids out at the playground or the campground, we're going to show you how to get this all set up and portable. And I have a few more classes that'll be coming up, and we'll launch them as we have more to show you. So look forward to this. Oh, hi, Lana. Good to see you. So just know that whether you're loving the hand stitching or loving machine stitching, or you like a little of both like me, we've got a class for you and a partnership with Wonderful that I think is going to be fabulous. And then I get to hang around with Bernadette and call it work. So anyway, I will let you go. Have a glorious weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday. I'll have some other questions to answer. I have a lovely list of things, and they're sewing related. We're going to talk about elastic thread and shearing. Thank you for the question. And also matching prints. When you have plaids and stripes and that things, whether you're making clothing or making a quilt, typically those two fabrics in a quilt, that fabric won't touch. You won't have 2 pieces of that touching. So having to match it is not a thing. However, when you're cutting out the front of a shirt or the back and the front, and you want stripes to match down the side. So I'll have some tips for you in our next Ask Anne segment. Keep those questions rolling in. We can certainly pull them out of the hat, but I would rather help you solve problems. So as always, let us help you get creative. We really appreciate that. If you are hearing our radio ads, let us know. Send us a comment on Facebook or on YouTube. And if you see our television ad, let me know what you think. Sure appreciate your time and care and attention to us. And we hope to see you in the store soon. And, maybe it'll get hot enough, our air conditioning will lure you in just for the freshness of it. All right. Take care, you guys. See you soon.